Hello, welcome back. Yeah, so this is fourth video lecture for chapter 9, okay, about abstract class and interface. In our last lecture, we discussed the example about design and using abstract class. So for this lecture, we are going to take a look how to design interface and how to use that. Okay. So the example in the textbook is that Java is this Java interface example 1. And we have um, a couple of packages this time. Okay, we have a package called processing. It has two Java files, loadable and more loadable. And then we have an animal package. It has as usual animal and pet. Okay, we also have a package apparel, and it has the outfit Java class. And then we have the test driver Java interface example 1. Okay, and that's the driver. So now let's take a look. The first is about the interface, loadable, and it's defined in processing package. Okay, so to define an interface, we need the keyword interface. And we also give the um, visibility as public. Okay. And then if you take a look at this method, there's no implementation, so it's an abstract method. And so the public and abstract, we didn't provide the accessibility and the abstract, etc. So they are implicitly, if we don't provide implicitly, that means this instance method is public and abstract because both are optional. Okay. We have another abstract method called download, and it's also public and abstract. Okay. And this interface is kind of trying to mimic what we do. Yeah, you can upload a file, you can download the file, okay, some kind of operation, kind of. Yeah, like those. Just think about it. Yeah. If you define this uploading, downloading, those operations, they kind of related, is it? And they can be used when we have a complicated project. They can be used for by multiple objects, different type of object. In our example, we will see that. And also, this can be also provided as a library for third party to use. Is it? So, yeah, so that's why we define it as interface, okay, so that no inheritance is needed. And here, this is a constant. For this constant, then all these three keywords are optional, okay? If we want them to be public, static, and final, then they are optional, okay? If you have other visibility, and then you do need to provide, okay? And then for this method, get file type. So this is a static method, and the accessibility is public. Because it's a static method, so you do need to implement. Okay. So for the implementation, we just try to, this is a file name to get the file type. It's a file type, it's after the dot, like .exe, okay, .java, is it? So we try to get that, so we can use substring to retrieve the file extension, okay, and then return it. So this is a static method. And then next, let's see. So in this interface, we have another method we also implement. If you take a look, it's called upload JSON, okay? And has a keyword default. So this is a default method and it's implemented. And you can also see in the implementation of default, you call this upload, but the upload is not implemented, it's abstract method. So that is allowed, okay? So default method for the implementation of default method allows to call abstract method. That's so basically this reflects the flexibility. Okay, especially for interface upgrading. Yeah, so it also allows you to call abstract method, and then how the upload is going to be implemented depends on the subclass. So it's quite flexible then for the polymorphism's purpose. Okay, so that's this loadable interface. So it has all sorts of uh, methods, okay, that can be applied to an interface. Next, let's take a look at the second interface. So this interface also belongs to the processing package. And if we take a look, this extends from the previous loadable interface. Okay, so basically it's kind of inherit of the uh, behaviors and the constants from the loadable interface. Okay, but it also has its own we call download JSON file. Okay, and this is an abstract method, not implemented. Okay, and its accessibility is public. Okay, then next let's take a look this animal class. Then for our animal class, we implement the loadable. Okay, and this class we implement it as an abstract class. And then let's take a look. So if you are going to implement an interface, you need to have this keyword implements. And following that is the interface name. Okay. And because this animal class is abstract class, so it doesn't need to implement all of the abstract method in the loadable interface. So we can take a quick look, okay, what the method. So there's no different for the instance variable, constructor, get method, set method, and the eat method, to string, and equal. Basically, you can see it's almost exactly the same as what we previously implemented for this animal class. It just has abstract and implement loadable. It doesn't implement any of the abstract in the loadable interface. But this class is abstract class because it doesn't implement. But it does provide any class that want to access those like upload, download, okay, and also get file and upload. So any of the class that inherit from animal class, then you can access those methods, okay, because it implements that loadable interface. And next, let's take a look at this pet class. Okay, then pet class extends. It's a subclass of animal. Okay, and we can take a look because this pet class is a concrete class. Because it's a concrete class, so it needs to implement all of the methods that are abstract from animal class. But animal class implements loadable interface. So that's why this pet class needed to implement all of the abstract class in the loadable interface. So we can take a look, okay, as usual, the superclass, is it? This here, the pet class implement first call superclass constructor and then assign values to its own instance variable. And we have accessors, mutator, eat, toString, equal, is it? Now you see this upload method. This is from that loadable interface. A loadable interface is implemented by animal. Implements by animal class, and animal pet is animal's subclass. And you want pet to be concrete class. So that's why you needed to implement it. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. It's just output of this information regarding its instance variable. Okay, and similar, we also needed to implement the download method. Okay, the download also from that loadable interface you need to implement. Okay, so that's regarding this pet class. It's concrete. It implements all of the abstract method from loadable. Okay. Anything else? Okay, no. And then let's see. And over here, in this outfit class, it implements more loadable. Okay. And if you recall, loadable is it basically extends from loadable. So, um, so all of the abstract method, it also owns basically, okay? And for this outfit, it has a bunch of constants, okay? And also the constant area, some instant. So in our previous example, we already discussed, so nothing new here. And then let's take a look at the constructor, accessor, and the mutator, toString equal, nothing new here. And if you take a look, okay, so outfit, you see, it also implements the upload and the download method. So both from this loadable interface, okay. At the same time, it also implement the download JSON, etc. And this is from the more loadable, okay. And let's see if there's anything else. Okay, nothing. Okay, so pretty straightforward for the implementation of upload, download, and download the JSON. Okay, so it just do basically some string manipulation. Okay, but anyway, so now let's take a look. Okay, so animal class. And then we have pet class, is it? And here we have this outfit class. Are there any relationship? Is there any relationship between animal and outfit or pet and outfit? No, is it? But you can see they come from different, completely different category of objects. Is it? But they share what? Both share with that loadable interface. So now you see interface purpose, is it? So if you have interface, because that's a upload method and download method, is it? And also that download JSON, whatever. Okay, some other so you can see they can be used by both animal pet and outfit. Yeah. So just think about it. Is it if you design a project, suppose it's Amazon, is it to do shopping? Is it? Then you should allow upload and download the picture of animal and also outfit, is it? So that's why if you package all these related uploading, downloading method or uploading the JSON or image or whatever, is it all of those into one group, then it's better suitable for interface, not as an abstract class. Because if you have abstract class, the animal needed to have its own upload, download, outfit needs, then there are too much overlap between them, is it? And they perform same functionality basically when we have e-commerce, is it? So that's why not design them as an interface because there is no inheritance relation. It's just related operations, is it? So it's more like some interface that a different group of objects can all use can all access. Okay, so that's the neat part for interface. Okay, so now we understand and we also see interface. So next, let's take a look at the driver, see how we use that. Okay. Okay, and then in our driver, so if you take a look, this loadable items, the type is loadable. Yeah, and it's an array. So interface can also be used as type and be data type. Okay, but for static, keep this in mind. Okay, not dynamic, new type, dynamic class cannot, abstract class cannot. Only concrete class can be used for dynamic class type. And here, new loadable, but this is for array. Okay, for array, so that's fine. Okay, and then you see they are loadable, but you see here we have a outfit object. And we have the second outfit object. Then we have pet object. Then we have another pet object. Did you see it's interesting? Is it you have outfit and a pet, and you put them in the same array? That's generally speaking shouldn't be allowed, is it? Because they are two different type. But why here it is legal? Because outfit and pet, they all implement that loadable interface. Because they implement, if you recall, so basically it's kind of loadable, is it? And then here is pet. And here you have that loadable. And here you have outfit. So basically, the need that is a relationship. Okay, so the static type, yeah, is loadable. Okay, and the dynamic class is outfit and pet, but they implement loadable, so they are still loadable. So that matches, okay, through this diagram, is it? Yeah, so over here we can see the benefits for the polymorphism. So yeah, so it's kind of look you come from the same static type, is it? But they will carry different hat, is it? Yeah, different forms. Okay, very neat. And then because of this, It's quite useful, is it? Then you see we have the for each loop, and then you can just do the upload. And then it supports the app. Just think about if you have the e-commerce, if you design like this, is it? Then you don't need to worry, is it? No matter it's electronics or it's animal picture or book or outfit or whatever, you can always do upload and download. Is it? So very convenient so that you don't need for each one to design their own download and upload. Is that for a super class. Is it? So here it's just the class, concrete class outfit or pad itself has its own upload or download. Okay, so then this will follow that dynamic dispatch. So it's leveraging the polymorphism. Okay. So this again shows the object-oriented programming, the wisdom from object-oriented programming. Okay, then next let's take a look more. Okay. So here anyway, it's a string, and here is another string, okay? And then you can clearly see you can call the download method that, and it will go to the type. So for this, it's outfit, so it will call outfits download. For this one, it's paths, so it will call paths download. Okay, so it will call the respective download method. And for this print, same thing, it will call the respective toString. Okay. And we can also see through the download method, it also modify the instance variable. And here you can access the constants of the interface, okay? And the get file type is a static method. So we can see that, so here, through the interface, you can also call it a static method. And so this is outfit. Outfit also has the upload JSON. Is that upload JSON? Let's take a look. What the type it is. Is it, I remember kind of it's a default method. Yeah, upload is a default method. So here you can also see that you can call the upload method from the outfit object. Okay. And then we create another outfit object. Then you can also go ahead and call the upload method. And you can also call its download. This download is from that more loadable interface implement. And then you can go ahead also call the upload, okay? And if you recall that upload JSON, it calls the upload method. Okay, so the upload, if you recall, in this case, this upload implemented in outfit class. Okay, upload JSON calls upload method. And this upload JSON defines in loadable interface implement. Then it call upload. So, but it wait until what? Wait until the outfit implemented in the outfit class. Yeah. So we can see it's provides a lot of flexibility, is it? And if you have any updates for the upload the JSON file, is it? And you can clearly see the nice thing here is you don't need to rewrite your outfit class. You only need to update the upload JSON method implementation in the loadable. So whenever you have upgrading, yeah, updating for this default method, that's going to be shared by whatever class implements, is it? Then the class implement basically doesn't even need to know, okay? And regarding the specific parts that's related with the concrete class itself, then anyway, it will define it, implement it in the concrete class itself. Okay, so this again shows us the flexibility about interface. Okay, so it uh, definitely provides more flexibility. Okay, so that's the discussion about our second example. And we are going to discuss the next example in our next lecture. So see you.